Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to another video. I finished it and I loved it. The banter, Cade, Willa, the slow burn, Luke, just every single thing I loved. Not only did I stay up like super late last night reading this, knowing full well that I have to go to work today, but after I finished it, I was like, I need to reread this and like annotate it. And honestly, I don't think I've ever done that before where I finish a book and I'm just thinking immediately that I want to reread it and annotate it and just go back to the world. So I don't even know what else to say. I don't even have to say it, but it is a 5-star. I definitely will continue on reading this series. I'm really looking forward to, I think it's Powerless, the one that comes after this. I read a little bit of the sneak peek that they give us and I'm ready for it. And then I also can't wait to read Beau's book. Like, Beau has been one of those characters that has been in the back of my mind like since the first book, where I was like, I hope he really has like his own book because I want to know more about this guy. And honestly, like, so far out of like all the brothers or characters, Cade was always my favorite. So the fact that I loved this book so much, I'm just so happy, because I knew from the first book that I was very intrigued by him and there's like more to him. I don't know, Elsie Silver is, honestly, I'm just gonna add her to like my auto-buy authors at this point, because I mean, she's 2 for 2 now in books that I love. So I don't know. I'm really into cowboy romance, I guess. If you read this series, let me know which one of the books is like your favorite. Heartless has my heart. So we'll see what happens as I continue with the series. Well, the sun is starting to come out. So let me see if I can shift a little bit maybe. All right, let's just do this quickly. So now it's the time that we're gonna pick the next book. I'm kind of liking this reading mood I'm in. I'm gonna continue that for this week as well. I don't really know kind of like what I want to pick up next. I'm just kind of thinking that after I finish this clip, I'm gonna make breakfast and then go to work. But I do want to have like the book I'm going to read next already picked out, so that way whenever I'm on my lunch break or I get off work, I can just read. So I have 4 books that I have in mind. So the first one that I have is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I bought this one over the weekend, and honestly, I didn't have any plans on actually reading it until maybe the next month or so. But I mean, after finishing this one and Flawless and Elsie Silver just kind of taking over my life pretty much, I'm kind of thinking of picking this one up. I think I've heard like more like mixed reviews on Wild Love, but nonetheless, I've been on the Elsie Silver train, so might as well just maybe stay on board. Another potential pick would be The Coworker by Freida McFadden. I also got this one over the weekend, and I loved One by One by Freida McFadden, so I thought I would give another one of her books a try. And then this one I think is 2 women that work in the same office. Like, one of them, like, something happens to her, and then I guess the other one is involved in some way or gets involved in some way. I don't know. When it comes to like thrillers and mysteries, I try not to read too much of the back, just because I don't want to like start thinking about who it might be or who the bad guy is, or trying to figure out all the theories that I have in my head before I read it, because then I just know. Just because I just don't want to like spoil anything for me overall. But that's kind of like what I know about this one. I don't know which one I'm gravitating towards too. I think since I've read 2 romances back to back, I don't know, so many books and so little time to read, I feel like sometimes. So I'm probably gonna pick one of these 2, I think, later today. morning, everyone. It is actually Wednesday today. I was not able to give an update yesterday, but I did do some more reading. I ended up picking up Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I think I'm in like the summer vibe, cowboy, small town romance era. Right now, I am on chapter 17. I'm getting close to the halfway mark of it. So far, I am liking it. I'm not loving it as much as I was with Heartless. I think I feel like a certain type of disconnect with the characters in the sense that I'm not sure what kind of characters they are. Like, for example, if we talk about Heartless, you know that Willa is a very confident, strong, and very independent woman and character, and Cade is very grumpy and just kind of like has a very tough exterior. And then once you get those intimate times with both the characters in their relationship, you kind of see the softer side for both of them. In this one, I'm still trying to figure out what kind of characters they are still. I'm confused if Ford is meant to be like a grumpy guy or like a golden retriever. Like I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just very, very confused there because like I feel awkward reading kind of like their banter because I don't know, it literally just feels awkward for me. Like I don't see the natural flow to it like I did with like Heartless with Cade and Willa, and even in Flawless with Summer and Rhett. So I don't know, I'm still trying to figure that out. But for right now, I think it might be looking like a 3 or 3.5 stars, which is a little bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie, because I was really excited about this one. But then again, I'm still not even like halfway, so we'll see how the story goes and how it progresses and character development and all that stuff. Because I do have to be honest, there has been certain parts where I'm like, Ford, like, okay, this is actually you. And then it kind of goes back to that awkward stage again. I'm just like, see, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just kind of confused. So hopefully we get to see more of like the real Ford and the real Rosie as the story continues to progress. And yeah, I guess I'll just keep you posted. So it's actually been a few days since the last update. I've just been very focused on finishing this book, which I did. I've just been focusing on reading because I'm so close to hitting my goal. I'm only one book away to have been read like 7 books, which is really exciting because this would be the first time that I surpass my 5 to 6 books a month. So yeah. With that said, I did finish Wild Love last night. I'm very sad to say that it was a little bit disappointing. Not that it was like a super bad book or anything. I just was expecting, I guess, a lot more. Just because I've been really loving Elsie Silver a lot. And I think something that might have played a part in it is that I was so high up here with Heartless. Like I love that book so much that I continue to even think about it as I'm reading this one. So it's just, I can't just seem to get that book out of my head. So I don't know if that's playing a part with me not enjoying this one as much, but it was good. I think I'm gonna give it like 3 stars. Yeah, I'm gonna settle on 3 stars. I recommended. It was good. It was entertaining. It did take me a long time to get through, and not just because it's a pretty long book. It's about 450 pages or something like that, but I was just not that into it. And I noticed that I was like forcing myself to read it more than like I'm binge reading this because I'm really enjoying it. I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to keep talking bad about the book, but all in all, 3 stars. It was alright. It's Saturday, so I think I'm gonna challenge myself and see if I can finish another book before the end of the vlog. The one that's really like catching my eye and that I've just been thinking about picking up for the past like 2 days is The Coworker by Freida McFadden. I think this would be a really good one to pick because this is one that I feel like if I really put in the effort, then I'm able to finish it in like a day or 2. Now I can see why the author describes Dawn as like this outsider or quirky person, because the prologue just made me laugh. It's kind of cool seeing the inside of just those 2 pages that I just read that it gives us of Dawn and like her character and how she is. It's a beautiful day today, so I think I'm gonna go outside and read some more. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. It's about to be 11:30 or so, and I thought I'd give a quick update since last night I wasn't able to. I did start The Coworker by Freida McFadden, and I'm still wrapping my head around it a little bit. I don't know exactly like what's going on. Also, if you hear like a little bit of white noise in the background, I apologize. My toddler is taking a nap right now, and that's her hatch. Yeah, anyways, like I was saying, I did start The Coworker and I'm almost to 100 pages. And so far, there's some like shady stuff going on like in the office where they work at. Like there's a few things that have come up since the beginning, and that's something that again I appreciate from Freida McFadden, that she just goes into it full force from the beginning. I feel like we've gotten like so many different dynamics within people and kind of like situations that have arise or whatever. Like for example, Natalie, which is the main character, we get her POV, and then we get the POV from like Dawn, but it's like emails, if that makes sense. So she sends emails to the coworkers, and then she also sends email to this other person named Mia, which I think it's her friend. I don't know from where, but yeah, she's her friend, and they just like talk through email, I guess. So there's that. And then when we get Natalie's POV, we can see her concern, obviously, that Dawn is like missing and no one knows what happens to her. But then there's certain parts in Dawn's chapters that Natalie's a little bit of a mean girl, I guess you could say. That's the best way that I can describe it. So I don't know if Natalie is really the person that we're getting in her POV, or if she has maybe some secrets or something darker going on with her. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just throwing out theories at this point, to be honest. So the plan for today is to get this one done, hopefully. I mean, today is a crazy hair and no makeup, stay at home type day. So I should be able to read some more. My goal is to get this one done, hopefully get it done, so that way by the end of this video, I can at least give you my thoughts on it. Hey everyone, I wanted to pop in and kind of do like a quick little reading journal segment or update. I was able to work on my reading journal recently, and I'm really excited because I've been wanting to really keep up with my reading journal, and it was actually one of my goals for this year. For me, what I've noticed is the more simple I can keep it, the better, because being a mom, having a full-time job, but also trying to read and get all these hobbies together, like it's a lot. So I try to keep these simple, quick, but while also bringing in that creativity and like creative side that I have. So before, it used to be very simple. It was literally like June reads, and then this, like the book covers. July, like hopefuls, and July reads, like this. That's how I used to like keep it, like just literally too simple. And it was just too basic and like plain for me. So I pivot and I started doing it more like scrapbook style. So I kind of wanted to show you. If you have any other ideas of what I could do, let me know, because I'm definitely looking for more. But basically, I did like the cover 2024, and then I did the reading journal, and I wrote my goals. So that's the first page. Then I decided to do like a rating system, so I can have like the books that I'm reading throughout the year and color coded with like what I rated them, so that way I can have like a at a glance type spread that I can just see all the books that I've read so far. And it looks really pretty. Like it has like a scrapbook type design, and I love scrapbooking, so I thought that would be the best kind of like way to go about it. Again, simple but not too simple. Then I decided to do a 2024 like book battle for it. I think it would be fun to kind of figure out what my favorite book of the year is by choosing like my favorite book for each month and then do a battle, put them head to head, and kind of pick which one I like the most out of those. Just finishing with the last contender of like my favorite book of the year. So I think that's something really exciting that I could look forward to. So far I only have 4 for January through April, and I have Divine Rivals, I have The Naturals, and then The Naturals won that one. And then I'm still thinking between Archer's Voice and Heartless because both of those were 5 stars. I think Heartless might take the win here, but I also love Archer's Voice so much that it kind of like pains me to not choose it. So I'm still thinking about that. In the end, I'm just gonna have like that book of the year cover here. So I think that's gonna be really exciting. Then I have my 24 books to read in 2024. Very simple, just like all the books that I want to read this year. And it's fun because I've already read a few of them. And then I have a 5-star read page and a DNF page. I just kept it like simple, 1 page for each. If I do have to add some more for whatever reason, I can just figure something out and add some more. But for now, that's just how it looks like. For my 5-star read so far, I have Archer's Voice, Heartless, and The Naturals. And what's crazy is that they're all blue books. So there might be a trend here with like blue books, and I just read this and you'll see my thoughts on it soon. And I'm not gonna lie, I continue to read blue books, like blue cover books, and they continue to be like super high rating and 5 stars. So that's really, I don't know, it's kind of weird. And then for DNFs, I have the add like 6 only right there, but I still need to add the other one. And then after that, I have my review page, and the way that I'm doing it is 1 page I'm doing it with like the book cover and kind of like cutouts of the aesthetic of the book, and then on the next page it's very simple, just like a little box with the book info and then a box for like my thoughts and all that. So again, simple and basic. Then I have one for Divine Rivals. I still have to fill out like the actual review for it, which I'm hoping to do today for a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all that. So yeah, anyways, back to the video. It's been a few days. It's actually been like a whole week, but finally finished The Coworker by Freida McFadden. I still don't know how I feel about this one, to be quite honest with you. In the beginning, I was really enjoying it and like was excited for the plot and the things that were happening. But then it started getting like repetitive and I just started getting bored. I caught myself just not wanting to pick it up anymore. But the ending was actually quite good. I'm really enjoying Freida McFadden's like small little twists, especially in the end. Because at first, I was actually not even gonna finish it. I was gonna DNF it. Since I had read One by One by her before, I kind of had a feeling that, you know, all of her books will have something in the end that's worth finishing. So that's the only reason I kept going, to be quite honest with you, because if that wasn't the case, I probably would have DNF'd it. With that said, I think I'm gonna give this one 3.5 stars. It was good. I recommend it, especially if you like Freida McFadden, but I think I enjoyed One by One more than this one. And that was another thing. Once we knew kind of like somewhat of the truth, I was just like, okay, good, I'm satisfied. Like, I know what happened, I know what's going on, I don't need to keep going. But again, knowing Freida McFadden, I knew there was going to be a little bit of extra spice at the end, a little bit of a twist, so that's why I finished it. With that said, I am gonna end the vlog here. Here are all the books that I read for this video with the ratings. Let me know if you read any of them, if you enjoy them, and give me your recommendations as well, especially for Freida McFadden. It seems like I'm really enjoying her writing style and all her plot twists, so give me some more recs for her. And yeah, let me know what you're reading, currently reading, what you're excited to read. I think Emily Henry came out with a new book recently, Funny Story, that wasn't in my radar at all, but I've heard many great things about it since it came out. So if you made it this far in the video, leave me a horse emoji in the comments below. If you read Heartless, then you know why. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. I appreciate you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you'll have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.
You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need